Welcome back to Double L Cattle Farming and Hatchery. Today's video is going to be part 2 of our sagegrass video. If you hadn't seen part 1, we'll put a link up top for part 1 of the sagegrass, because you'll need to watch it to really know where this part 2 is headed.
Learning a little sagegrass today.
Over here in this test area, we just did fertilizer, no lime, to see the difference in if we limed it versus fertilizer, or if it needed both, because the soil samples did say this area is low of lime. That's why we chose it, to see what would make the most difference. And folks, I am telling you, just the fertilizer has changed this. Yes, there's a few briars and weeds a little bit here and there, but this is quality forage. This is junk. This is just a sagegrassy spot that there's not much vegetation on for cattle. But you can't really, probably the depth perception, you really can't see how deep and thick this is. We're super excited and happy about this. So this is August 1st, and we're just still watching it right here. So all this needs is more fertilizer to really make this into pasture, because there's not much difference. And right here where we just put, this was just fertilizer, and then over here we did that spot with just fertilizer, and then down here we did 2 different things, and I should have separated those better. But down here we did just lime. This is just the lime area, and yes, it's better. And then down here we put fertilizer and lime. It's not a lot better than the part that's just got fertilizer. Just solid sagegrass out here. This is just solid, very poor quality forage. But right here where we done our test site, look at that. Look at that grass. Then you get up out of the test site on the other side, it's back to sagegrass and poor quality. But this right here in this test site, man, it looks good. Right here is where we took that video last February, and as you can see, this is November the 21st, so it's been almost a year. But just from rotational grazing, that's all we really done here, was compacted the areas in which they could be when they were grazing to smaller and smaller and smaller. So it forced them to eat undesirable grass, but in turn them walking in this area where they would have normally just ignored it, it forced them to stay here more time and at least walk through it and working in organic matter in. There's significant, I would say 50% less this year on this strip than there was. We'll do a before and after picture for y'all, but I would say just from rotational grazing and nothing else here. Of course the pH was good. The pH was a 7 through here. It's significantly better. It's 50%, I'd say, the sagegrass growing, and the only credit we can really give this is rotational grazing and forcing them to eat more of the undesirable grass. All right, last year this looked like this, had sagegrass everywhere in it. This is where we wintered our cows. This had we bale grazed out here last year. This had just hay everywhere. And then you just look, there's hardly any sage grass in it this year where we fed that hay and wintered them cows. It's just lush green grass.
This hill is right off of where we fed hay last year. As you can tell across the fence, there's no sage grass. But this little hill before you get to the creek is full of sage grass. So we're gridding off just a few bales here for the cows. You can see I've already got it started. And these hose reels are like the best thing since sliced bread for rolling up this tape. It works really good. And then, of course, we use the poly step-in post. Those are very durable. You can see I've kind of got it all the way down through there. So my husband is bringing in all the hay. I'm going around and taking all the hay strings off and going ahead with the fence. Really expect a lot of difference in this hillside next year. This is the hillside that we are feeding a little hay on, trying to help get rid of the sage grass. As you can see, they're not wasting much hay at all. I mean, look at that spot. Hardly even tell there was even a hay bale there. A little bit more there, but we just put our mineral feeder on it, which helps also. And you can see all the organic matter that they're grounding into the soil. Lots. Can't wait to see this hillside next year.
On this spot where we noticed the greatest improvement from our rotational grazing, that's, like I said, this area, that's all we done different. What we done is, after our last rotation this year, on September 16th, we come in here and we sowed some additional grass seeds for desirable grasses, and we're going to see if, and we're not going to put the cows back on that till spring, so we're going to see if that improves this, having some more desirable grass competition for this area. Thanks for watching this video. I hope it helps somebody out there. Please like, share, and subscribe, and stay tuned for more videos. Thanks.
How fresh is this steak? Could be any fresher, or we still be grazing.